Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here for the first time, then hello, welcome. In today's video, I have a vintage home decor haul and style with me video for you. I'm going to go through, share with you all of the vintage, unique home decor pieces that I found over on Etsy, and I'm going to give you guys a few styling ideas of how I plan to style them here in our home to hopefully give you guys some inspiration if you do like any of the pieces showing in today's video. As always, I will link everything that I can for you in the description box down below, so make sure to check down there if you do see anything you like in today's video. I want to thank Etsy for sponsoring today's video. If you have never heard of Etsy, which I'm sure most of you guys have, they are a marketplace that connects buyers and sellers. You can get handmade vintage pieces on there. There is so many things to pick from. If I do want to give a really unique and thoughtful gift, that is typically the website that I go to, and especially for finding those really beautiful, unique vintage pieces for here in our home, it is a great place to shop those. If you are not already, please make sure to subscribe to my channel. Follow me over on all my socials. They are also linked in the description below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the haul and style with me. Now getting into the haul and style with me, the first piece that I want to share with you is this vintage elmwood farmer's stool. Now, a lot of people have the larger versions of these at the end of their bed or below a gallery wall. The options are endless and they typically have a lot of differing sizes. I wanted to get the tiny version so I can elevate some plants, and I can also put this into my arched cabinet to add some visual interest. The shelves are very tall in my arched cabinet, so you definitely need something that's going to add some height. So this is what the stool looks like. On the Etsy sellers page, you will see the exact dimensions of these stools. They have over 10 options to pick from. You can see how tall each of them are. They also can differ in color variations and shapes. It is all very unique because this wood is very old and vintage. So these are made very, very well. And these were actually used for people to sit on, stand on, all of that good stuff. So definitely can withstand the test of time. As I'm showing you here on the screen, I'm going to give you a couple of different options on how I would personally style this here in our home. Next up is this vintage clay pot. I have been wanting one of these for such a long time, and I absolutely love this one in particular. Again, there were so many different options to pick from, but I personally really liked the lighter charcoal gray color. I love the little tiny handle detailing that this has on it. It is the perfect medium pot size. I do plan on putting a couple different floral options or faux greenery to share with you how I would style them. You also don't have to put any greenery or floral in this vase either. You can simply style it layered maybe in front of a bigger pot or vase. I just really love the kind of character that this would give a space. Now, because this pot is not sealed, I would not recommend putting fresh floral into this pot. If you do so, maybe use a mason jar or something to put inside with water instead of just putting water directly in here. For the third item that I got, it is this African milking wood bowl. This is a really great size, as you can see next to my head. It is pretty massive. There also is a ton of different texturing on here, and the really dark stain is beautiful as well. Now, I did actually contact the Etsy seller. This piece and the piece I'm going to share with you next, they were made in Africa, and he told me that the way that they stain these, it is an ebony staining method where they burn a lot of these pieces, so it does give it sort of a smell. So just be aware of that when you are purchasing items like this. There are ways to mitigate the smell, like letting them air out outside for a little bit, or maybe even sealing these pieces. I do plan on putting this over in our arched cabinet. I really like adding that organic modern feel, and adding these vintage pieces really gives me that look that I'm going for. Now, when I buy vintage unique pieces like this, I always always wonder where these pieces truly came from. I would love to be a fly on the wall and be able to see where these pieces were used. Now, I do know that this piece specifically did come from Africa. Now, it is also an interesting thought that a lot of these pieces were never used for home decor. They were used for everyday lifestyle needs. So next up, I'm going to read what this stool is called, and I will probably butcher the name of it, so I apologize if I do. But this is the vintage hand-carved African senufo stool. So again, this piece did come from Africa, just like the bowl that I just shared with you. So this is what the stool looks like. It does have that really dark ebony color as the last bowl. Now, I love this stool because it is so unique. I've never seen anything like it. The thing that I also love about a lot of these pieces is that they are conversation starters. I think when you walk into someone's home and you see something that is vintage and you don't see in everyone's home, it definitely starts a conversation on where you got that piece. Now, this stool is great to elevate things off of the ground. I don't know exactly how I plan on styling this, but I can't wait to share it with you. You will be seeing right here on the screen how I ended up styling it. I would love for you guys to let me know what your favorite piece was during the haul as we go through it as well. I really love having a conversation with you guys over in the comments. One thing I will mention with this stool is that it does not sit perfectly level. This is another thing to take into consideration when shopping vintage. They do have that disclaimer on their page, but just another little reminder for you. This does not sit completely flat, so just keep that in mind. Next up is this vintage stamp. I have seen a couple people style these in their home. My friend Hannah Naylor here on YouTube and Instagram has shared this find over on her Instagram, and I believe here on YouTube as well. But I absolutely love the look of this. It has the most beautiful design. It was very hard to pick which one I actually wanted because there was so many beautiful pieces. The way I plan on styling this is over in our living room on our coffee table on top of a coffee table book. I really love having our home be simple, modern, and organic. Adding in this really simple vintage piece will add that visual interest into our living room. Adding in vintage pieces like this really can add in a lot of character to a home, and that is why I know some of you do not like shopping at the big box stores. It really allows you to have more of a unique style to where you walk in and it's not going to look like everyone else's home. But I do love combining the two of them, and that is something that I hope to share with you in my videos here on my channel. Now, you can style this with the stamp actually facing downward as well. I personally don't think I'm going to do that just because the design of it is so beautiful. I don't want to hide that away. I've also been seeing a lot of these African cowbells, and I wanted to get one for myself because these are just so beautiful. The color variation on these is absolutely amazing. And the thing that I like is that you can keep this out year round, especially for Christmas time. People bring out a lot of bells, so you can leave this out in your decor all year long. I love having pieces like that because you don't have to change out your decor as often. It is nice to just minimally change things instead of having to take everything away for the different seasons. As I'm sharing with you guys here on the screen right now, you can style this over in your kitchen, on a console table, coffee table, in an arched cabinet. There is seriously not a wrong way that you could style this. And the last thing that I picked up from Etsy are these faux wisteria stems. I absolutely loved the way that these looked. These are very realistic looking in my opinion. I kind of love the weeping look that these have. I did get these 6-pack of these so that I could style them in multiple different places of my home. I love that you can bend these branches so you can give it more of a light and airy feel, or you can add more of them into a vase to give it that statement look. In my opinion, I don't think you can ever have too many faux greenery stems. I love adding these throughout my home. I know some of you don't prefer the faux stems, whether it's greenery or floral, but I am not a person that has a green thumb, so faux stems, for the win for me over in our home. So that is going to complete this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. As always, like I said in the beginning of the video, I will have everything linked in the description box down below that I shared with you in this video. Thank you so much to Etsy for sponsoring this video. Again, if you have never checked out Etsy, make sure to do so. Whether you're looking for new home decor or a unique gift, they have got you covered. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.